Hello, and welcome back. Happy Friday to you. I'm going to do a high dollar what sold video with you, and I think most of these you have not seen, so they are not going to be repeats. These are my own personal high dollar sales from the last 2 weeks. They are sales that are over $50 before the shipping. So $50 item price before the cost of shipping. I am going to tell you where I got them. I'm going to tell you how much I paid. I'm going to tell you how long they took to sell. If you are trying to increase your average sales price, these are the items that you need to know. And these are items that are selling for high dollar right now. So let's go ahead and take a look. There are going to be 25 sales. All right, so I'm trying to get better at doing these videos because what happens is now we're having more high dollar sales. I wait too long and the videos take forever to do. So 25 items should be a pretty good length of a video here for you. Really excited to show you these. I'm going to start at the lowest and work all the way up to the highest sale of mine from the last 2 weeks. All right, first up is this Scalamandre fabric. And this one sold for right at that $50 price. So this is a Scalamandre Jacquard Italian floor sample. It is 100% silk. It's only 25 by 27 inches. This one was just listed back in June, and it cost me less than $5. So this is over a $40 profit. I did get this from an online auction lot. I did actually get more Scalamandre from the same auction. So it is one that I regularly check. But if you do not know the name, watch for Scalamandre. Here is how I knew what it was. You can see that SS there on the Scalamandre, and then it also here has it as well. So it is marked with Scalamandre, and this one was an amazing sale, $50 best offer in under 2 months. Up next is a Kachina doll. If you do not know me, I absolutely love Kachina dolls, and they are one of my favorite things to sell. I do not collect them, but I do display them while I'm waiting on them to sell. So this one sold for a best offer of $50, and this one was listed less than a month. So it sold very fast. I'm about $10 in. So it's about a $40 profit. So here you can see Zuni Pain Priest, and this also has signature by Navajo. And this was an amazing sale. You can see one of the earpieces were broke off. The bottom was broke as well, and it still sold for $50. Up is the first of a few items you are going to see that came from my friend Shannon. So I bought a lot from her. So figuring out the cost is kind of hard because she brought me a truck full of stuff for $1,000. Overall, individually into these pieces, it is not much. I'm going to guess like maybe $5. So about a $37 to $38 profit on these, and they sold in a day. So the reason we lotted them up is because individually, I will tell you the Mario Kart was worth about 30 to 35, but the rest of them weren't really valuable, and I wanted to get rid of them all. So I accepted a best offer on these of 50, and I did that by accident. I actually wanted to get 60. I thought it said 60, and I accepted it, and I'll own that. You know, I'm going to take it. I think I could have got 60, but still a good profit, and it sold in under a day. Is this Italian sterling puff link bracelet. So this one was listed back in April, so it did take a little bit longer to sell. It sold for $60 though. I am about 5 in, so it is about a $48 profit, but it only a few months. And jewelry is nice because it doesn't take up a bunch of space. Now this one is Malur Italy, and here you can see that. I know it's harder to read. The Malur is on the bottom. There's the Italy. Malur pieces are definitely something I watch out for in silver lots because it is a known name and it sells very well. These are so cool, and these actually just sold today. These are Morgantown Modern Candlesticks. They were listed back in April, so I accepted a best offer of 50. I picked these up at an estate sale. I paid 20 for the two, so they're actually only about a 20, maybe $22 profit. But that is okay because these are just the coolest things ever. All right, so we will take a look here. These are just so cool, classic mid-century modern. You can see there was that flea bite there, so we definitely wanted to show that. Probably could have got a little bit more if it didn't have that little bit of damage, but these were just too cool to leave behind. And I'm happy with, again, 3 to 4 months and a $20 profit. Is this Robert Rake's original Pink Bear hand signed plush. This one was a limited edition of 500. I listed it back in April. I accepted best offer of 55. I paid 10 for this at the thrift store. So it's close to a $40 profit. Here you can see that Robert Rake's hand signed numbered on the foot there. So with Robert Rake's bears, I typically try and find ones that are limited edition of 500 and less, because those are the ones that are going to be more valuable, and they're also the ones that will sell faster. Shelly Rosebud Bone China Trio Cup Plate and Saucer. This one is a dainty chintz pattern. This one was listed back in March, so about a 5-month time to sell. I accepted a best offer of 50, but I was less than 10 in. So this one's going to be about a $35 profit. So a lot of Shelly teacups are very, very valuable. There's that Shelly brand, but they are not all, which is seen by this. This is a 3-piece set for 50. Some Shelly teacups can sell for hundreds up into the thousands for a single teacup and saucer. So this is a good midpoint one, but make sure you always look them up because there are actually a lot of Shelly that are not even as valuable as this. Came from Shannon. So this is an original Nintendo NES console and game. And somebody told me that I guess the game we put with it doesn't fit for this, but that's okay. We showed what it is. And this one sold for a best offer of $58 in under a week. Another fast seller. Again, we'll say that $5 in. So about a $45 profit on this one, and very, very fast sale. Next up is a really, really cool, I think this was actually multimedia. I think it was paint as well as chalk. This is a Russian original Isik Kulpiers and Kyrgyzstan. It was 18 by 13, and this one sold for a best offer of $50. This one was also listed in April. So we have a lot of stuff that's selling at that like 4 to 5 month point, which is okay. That's better than a year. And we do have the space to hold it. Here you can see that signature. You can see the writing and signature on the back. It is dated 1995, and a great sale. I actually got this from an online auction. I was only a few dollars in. So this one is well over a $40 profit. Is this amazing New York Yankees tapestry blanket. This one sold for full price of $69.99. I picked this up at the thrift store for $5. Normally the throws are between $5 and $7 at my thrift stores. And this one sold at that full price and was just listed back in June. So less than a 2-month sale. Yankees are doing great. I think they'll probably make it to the World Series. So not surprised at this sale. And this is over a $55 profit. Next is one of the longest ones that took to sell. This one actually took 3 years to sell. This is a vintage Roseville brown pine cone console bowl. And I don't know if it was the bowl itself being non-desirable or the fact that it had the chip or a combination of both, but I did send out an offer of $64 with 50% off, and it sold. I originally was only $5 into this in a bulk buy I got from my mom's friend when she was downsizing. So it's still over a $50 profit, but it took 3 years to sell, and this is a Roseville piece. If I saw it, I probably would pass up next time. Next up is another Kachina. You know, I love them. And this one sold in under a month as well. This one is a hand-painted piggyback, and I'm going to show you that. This is a really neat one, and I actually have never had a piggyback one. This is by the Jemez Indians, which are Pueblo. This one sold for full price of $79.99 in under a month. I am that $10 in. So this one's over a $65 profit. So there, look at the cute little piggyback. It's like they're carrying a little baby Kachina. Here you can see on the bottom, it is clearly identified piggyback mudhead, Jemez or Jemez, if to pronounce that properly, Pueblo, and really, really neat piece. You can see here it did have that original tag painted and finished by the Jemez Indians, Jemez, New Mexico, and very, very fast sale on this Kachina and very, very good profit. A lot of For Fondale by Morgantown. These are really cool, and they actually glow under the black light, and we didn't show that, and that's on me. These sold for an offer I sent out of $73.49. These came online auction, and I got them in February. I'm probably about $20 in, so I'll say they're about a $45 profit. I think they would have sold faster, and they could have sold higher had I used the black light. So that was just me being lazy, but it was still a good sale. Next is one I'm really proud of because I got this for really cheap. I got it for $1. This is a vintage at the thrift store. Vintage Lee Mechanics work crop jacket, size 44. This one sold for a best offer of $80. So this one is very close to a $70 profit. You can see there are some scuffs there and on the arm, and the neck was worn. The neck was worn, but it still sold for $80 from a dollar thrift store buy. Leaves. So these were listed in April as well. There's so much April stuff in here. These sold for $90.99 on an offer that I sent out. It is a set of 4. There were 2 in each box. I am about $15 into these. They sold for that $90. So they're about a $60 profit. They took right at that 4-month point. Swarovski can be very, very valuable. So here you can see that Swarovski swan. So if you found these without the box, you would still be able to identify them. Their original retail was $130 for the 2, and I did accept that best offer of $90.99. Next up is a radar detector. So I kind of thought these things would almost be obsolete. Apparently they're not. This one sold for $100 and I only paid like $1. So this is like an $85 profit. It was listed back in June, so 2 months. So watch for these. I feel like you could find these thrift stores, garage sales, estate sales. I grabbed it because I was getting a big lot of stuff from down south from the person I have bought things from before, and just threw it in there, and an amazing $100 sale. To keep. I'm not going to lie to you. I wanted to keep these. These came from Shannon, and the big lot I got from her for $1,000. These sold for a best offer of $102 in under a week. So these are some Costa tuna alleys. She told me these were actually a gift that to one of her family members they didn't use. So we knew they were real. And they sold fast for the $102. Here you can see the marking, made in Italy, in the original box with the case as well, never worn, and about an $85 profit. This is another one from Shannon and another $100 sale, so another $85 profit. So you can see I gave her $1,000 for all this inventory, but we should be kind of at that net even point soon, hopefully within a few weeks. This coach was in excellent condition, definitely was authentic. We do have a Chanel bag I got from her that I need to submit for authentication that we're not sure, but this was an amazing $100 sale, and this was another one that sold in under a week. Pottery Golden Canary 24 karat paperweight bird figurine. This is a limited edition. Watch for these Rookwood 24 karat gold pieces. This one sold for full price. It was listed back in July, so less than 2 months. And this one is close to $100 profit. I got quite a few of these Rookwoods and a lot I paid like, I want to say about 15 each, but it's still going to be between that $90 and $100 profit point. This daggum doll took 2 years to sell. I got her from a Salvation Army down the Florida Keys. I got her for $40, and you can see it says read, and I'm going to show you why. So this one's only about a $40 profit after 2 years. This is not something I would pick up again at the $40 price point. Now, if I found it for cheaper, I would pick it up again. So I told you guys in the Halloween research video I did Wednesday on High Dollar Halloween to watch for Catherine's collection. So I sold her for half off because I had her so long. So I sold her for $104. So again, only about a $40 profit. She is kind of creepy looking. I will not lie. You can see the Catherine's collection there. She did have her tag. There were a couple of broken pieces. That's what we're showing here. So her fingers were broke off. I didn't notice that when I bought her. I probably would have kind of second guessed it, but I mean, it's still a $40 profit. And some of these dolls, if you watch my Halloween video, you would see some of these dolls sell for hundreds up to thousands of dollars. So this one was a $40 profit, but she did have some defects. All right, with this one, we are up to our top 5. This is a vintage Digsmed Denmark 1964 hibachi grill. So very, very mid-century modern with that wood base. This one, I took a best offer of $140. I'm about $30 in. So this one's going to be about an $85 profit. It was just listed in July though. So it was a very, very fast sale. I actually still have 2 more of these if you happen to like it. So you can see here the Digsmed Denmark 1964. And this one was a great sale, $140. Really, really good profit, and it sold fast. So watch for Digsmed Denmark, and you can see there is some rust on this, and it's still sold for that $140 price point. Colin Heaney Art Glass Wine Goblet Chalice. This one's from 1997. And so this one, unfortunately, Chrissy, who is my full-time employee, she dropped it. So we have this daggum armadillo in our yard, and he digs holes and you can't see him. And Prissy was walking with this glass and tripped in an armadillo hole, only in the country. And this is a true story. So she glued it back together, and it's still sold for $199. You can see we did put goblet has been repaired near the base. You're going to see in this top 5, there is another one of these that matched it that was not broken. So we still got 200. I paid 100 for this. So my profit is only about $75 on this because it got broke. But mistakes happen. There you can see that Colin Heaney signature. And I am happy with $200, especially considering it was broken. Me, I knew it, but I didn't know it. You know how you get something, you see it as sold for that much, and you're like, there's no way this thing will sell for this much. This thing sold in under a week for $199. It is a vintage G.I. Joe nurse dress outfit. You can see here, I put some stains present due to age. You can see this thing is stained up. $200. This is from a Barbie lot. I look up the G.I. Joe and Barbie outfits individually, each of them, because there is so much money there. And I don't know that. I did not know when I bought this lot that this was this valuable. So I'm less than $1 in. This is well over $150 profit. Look at how it looks so dingy and dirty. There is that G.I. Nurse by Hasbro, $200 sale on a doll dress. All right, this is the other Colin Heaney glass I told you. So this one sold for $80 more because it had not been repaired. The same buyer did buy both of them. So altogether, it was almost a $500 sale. So beautiful Colin Heaney glass. I got these from an online auction. Again, I did pay up. I paid $100, but this one is well over $100 profit. That's that Colin Heaney signature. And yeah, really, really great sale. Watch for signed art glass. I identified it because I got it in an online estate auction. So it told me the name of who it was by, and I was able to research it. But amazing, amazing sale. And now we're going to take a look at the top selling item over the last 2 weeks. All right, my friends, if you know me, you know I love Southwest, you know I love Native American. So it is all too fitting that my top sale is this amazing, amazing bolo tie. So this is a vintage Zuni Thunderbird inlaid turquoise black onyx. I did put reed. This one I accepted a best offer of $300 on, and it was listed back in December. So about an 8-month sale. I paid about $100. So I would say about $160 profit on this. And now you can see we wrote there is a scratch on the bird's tail feather in that turquoise. So it was flawed, but great, great profit. Amazing, amazing piece, and had a little bit of defect here in that turquoise and still sold for $300. All right, that is the end of my top selling items over the last 2 weeks. So I hope that you have enjoyed this video and learned some new things. Let me know what your favorite was. I love all of them. I really, really try to buy and resell things that I love. It makes being my own boss a little more fun. So I appreciate you watching. I look forward to seeing you on the next one.